Ooh, look at chumps.
Okay, are you in a game again?
We're starting to.
Alright. I'll wait, I guess. This is kind of weird. Like, I have to wait for a couple of minutes so I can start talking again, and then I can stop.
If you had SharePlay, you could definitely figure what we're doing.
If anything, we could just let him talk and we only communicate through pings. You don't know how to ping? I mean, the only pings we need are where the enemy is and where we're going.
Yeah! Found an item!
A little late, huh?
Okay, maybe I've
rescued a civilian.
I'll probably talk about it some other time or not at all. Because if you want to know more information about the stupid game itself, then you can just look it up on YouTube. But I'm just basically talking about my, experience with it.
Oh.
Yeah! Found an item!
Of what they did to the characters, how they poorly written them, they made them stupid and incompetent, and very SJW-ish, of course, because the writers behind the game was like from this company called Sweet Baby Inc., and it's just mostly those fucking, weirdo SJW writers that usually like to argue about stupid shit or, argue about stupid shit. It's one of those incompetent, crazy people. On top of that, they mentioned that Joker, like, I remember that you was wondering what that Joker was, Steven. Well, it's basically an insecure Joker.
An item!
They basically made Joker, but he's insecure. Yeah, that's his character.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a soap opera.
I also heard that there was supposed to be like an Elsewhere Joker or something like that.
Nope.
No?
It's just an insecure Joker.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Woo! Looking cool, Joker!
They didn't really show too much of him in the trailer, but they showed enough.
30 seconds till the safe area moves.
But, I'm kind of...
If you're not careful.
On top of that, the numbers for it is like down to 1,000. Or, at this point, I think it also went down overnight. So it's now down to like 800 people. 800 players playing that.
Okay.
So, yeah. And what's even more embarrassing is that the fucking numbers for Modern Warfare 3 is higher somehow.
Everyone get in the safe area, quickly!
At that point, isn't the only thing lower is that one Jujutsu Kaisen game?
I don't know what that game is. There we
go. Oh, never mind then.
Found this random person.
But I'm just basically saying that has to be embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eat this!
And Warner Brothers basically stated that it was not, like, they didn't know it was going to be this bad. Well, they should probably know because they're the ones that probably made the decisions. Like, I can't, of the likes of me, blame Rocksteady. I kind of wish I do at the same time because they usually have more, like, they should have had more control into their own game. But, if you do research, they stated that they didn't have, they didn't want to make this game to begin with. They didn't want to, so basically this was rushed out the door. It explains a lot. So, and also on top of that, they are trying to shoehorn in that this is taking place after the events of Arkham, which is really stupid because the shit that they did with the Arkham Batman is just pathetic. And also, they basically just nerfed him down. Like, Like, notice how he was doing all of that, like, you know, amazing shit, like in the trilogy. Well, he doesn't do any of that.
What does he do then?
He doesn't really do anything. He just basically got Kevin Conroy, you know, in your microphone, basically saying, you know, attack them now. Or something like that. And that's all he does. I mean, yeah, you know, there was that one point where you're in this museum where, you know, you're trying to get flashback because I think he has he's either, like, I think Waller wants to like but for some reason Captain Boomerang
Shit, I need help.
Is basically trying to kill him for some reason, even though they didn't really explain why.
We're just playing on different levels.
They didn't explain why he wants to kill him. Well, yeah, I understand that he's a criminal and stuff, but they really need, they still need a reason why he does what he does. He just can't be just this incompetent dumbass that just fucking says, "Oi, you Flash, I'm gonna kill you."
I owe you one.
And that's all it does, really. So, anyway, they hyped up that you were gonna fight Arkham Batman, but it doesn't really feel like Arkham Batman, and secondly, it doesn't deserve to be called Arkham Batman. And I consider this, and I'm not the only one that is saying this, but everybody else is saying it, even I'm saying it, is that this is nowhere, you know, connected or even canon within the original Arkham trilogy, because it doesn't really deserve it, really. You know?
No,
Because
people are coming.
So basically the only thing that makes it an Arkham game is the words that the devs say. Nothing in the game basically like alludes to that.
I mean, they're trying to shoehorn in that they want you, you know, they desperately want you to accept the fact that, because in the museum part of it, they basically mention all of the stuff that you've seen in the Arkham games. But, like, they're just, you know, they're basically just using that as a hunch, you know, they're just basically trying to use that as a hunch, or a marketing to basically say, like, oh man, this is really cool, taking place years later after the events of Arkham. No, it doesn't, because after the Arkham Knight, it was basically like, you know, a perfect ending, because as you've seen in the Arkham Knight ending, you know, Batman's identity was exposed, and he can't really show himself anymore. But then, for some reason, they're trying to say, oh yeah, years later, now he wants to join the Avengers. Or,
Justice League.
Justice League, yeah. Which doesn't make any sense, because his identity is exposed. Why does he, all of a sudden, is just okay with the fact that his identity, you know, his identity is exposed, but he still wants to join the Justice League? Does that make any sense to you?
Nope.
No, yeah, exactly. The writers didn't fucking care. They didn't give a shit about the continuity. So they basically just shoehorned in that shit and just basically call it a day. That's what they did. And this whole thing started is that, like, so basically the whole game is based around, like, the Suicide Squad that have to kill the Justice League because Brainiac is basically like, you know, mind controller. But how that started is that, you know, you assume the fact that the Justice League has to, like, come up with a fight, right?
Oh shit!
Like this really cool fight. Well, no. Basically, if you, like, look up the audio logs or the audio files for the game, that usually unlocks over time, which I didn't, you know, bother to listen to them because none of that shit was actually really interesting to hear, because for my clear knowledge when it comes to the writing, it was just not really that interesting at that point. But basically, the whole thing started is that they basically made Superman into an incompetent idiot. basically when Brainiac was like taking over, you know, Metropolis, or when he was like bringing his ship into the sky, it was just this big giant ship in the sky with a skull on it. And this is how they basically made Superman. Oh, it's a big giant alien ship, guys. Let's make peace with them. That's literally what he says in the fucking audio logs. And everybody around him is basically saying, Clark, what are you doing? Like, we don't do this. It's a bit, like, even Flash basically says, hey, it's a big giant, like, you know, skull in the sky. Maybe we should actually, you know, attack them before they do something. But for some reason, they made Clark into this stupid idiot that basically said, no, we don't attack them. We've got to make peace with them. What? Why? It's so fucking stupid how they just basically make every character into an incompetent fucking idiot, but not only incompetent, just unlikable. In every sense of the word, because Flash is only when you talk about him, he's just really stupid. You can probably call him overwhelmed at this point. That's exactly what the fuck he is. He's just this incompetent, annoying, I'm flat, you know, I'm bad, I'm the fastest man alive. Like, oh hey, I'm over here now. And he's just annoying. That's basically his character.
Right.
Wonder Woman is an SJW boss lady. That's exactly what her character is. Instead of just like, so I know little character of her. So basically, her character is that she respects and she is the protector of men and boys both sides. But in this game, they just make her into the most fucking SJW shit bitch. And it's just obnoxious. It's just so fucking obnoxious. Everything that came out of her mouth was just even at one point where King Shark was basically saying, hey, how about you do something about this madness? Like, why aren't you going out here and doing everything? People are dying. And she's all like, I don't take advice from sharks.
Need a minute.
That's basically literally her line. So basically, she's a racist too. You know, she has something against sharks as well, you know.
Not even, I don't take it from villains, just I take it from sharks. Okay.
Yeah,
Shit,
I don't take it from, yeah, exactly.
Roger, on my way. Coming through.
That's basically literally what her character is, so. Who else?
Eat this.
So there is Flash, Superman,
Much
Wonder
better.
Woman.
Just getting started. Hey.
Well, I guess I'll just talk about Batman now.
Coming through.
Yeah. It's just evil Batman, really. They don't really mention any of the shit that he did over the years. Even at one point where they, you know, showed up at his, like, they were trying to, like, have him, like, have this, like, he left this audio log, or this hologram, for his, like, for Tim, Jason, Dick Grayson, but for some reason they're just not there. They were briefly mentioned because at one point in the cutscene they showed like a mask on the floor and it was either one of the robbers. So basically, I guess one of the robbers, I assume that the corrupted possessed that. And they don't really do any of that. They just briefly mention it, and that's all they do. Or, yeah, that's all they do. And,
There we go.
so, yeah, like, he doesn't really have a character other than evil Batman, scary, and he doesn't do any of the shit that he does in the, you know, like I said before, they are really trying to make you think that this is the same Batman that we knew in the Arkham games, but no, honestly, it's not. It's just another fucking boring, you know, downgraded fucking version of Batman where he's just constantly, so, like, during in combat, he'll basically sometimes talk to his teams and say like, oh, this character is doing like most of the damage, like, you know, attack him all at once. And that's really all he says when he comes. And it's just boring, man. And this is from, and they basically got Kevin Conroy. You know, this was his final role as Batman, and then after that, he basically passed away from,
time for an
you know,
old-fashioned
cancer.
massacre.
You know, rest in peace, but, like, holy shit, man. Did they really have to, like, give him the most predictable and just boring lines to give? Because he's Kevin Conroy, man. Like, why can't you just give him, like, really cool shit? Oh, that's right, because the writers don't have any respect for people. That's right.